Oh.
This is Jack Ritzo. I'm doing my training video on the vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, and the vastus lateralis. And my mom is going to be my client today. Alright, so for strengthening any of these quadricep muscles, the first exercise is pretty basic. It's just the classic squat. So we'll have the client stand with their feet about shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out to allow for proper tracking of the patella through the motion. And then without any weights, we can just have the arms out to the front. And then they can be squatting down, sitting through their heels and pressing their knees outward as they go down, trying to keep their chest up as best as they possibly can. Alright, and then our next exercise will be targeting the vastus medialis, which is also known as the VMO, which is responsible for the last 30 degrees of extension at the knee. And we'll have the client elevate one leg up, and then we're just working through a small range of motion on that front foot, sitting through the heel, keeping our body upright, and just working around those 30 degrees of extension that VMO is responsible for. And then our third exercise is going to be just the wall sit, an isometric exercise. Have them put their feet out at a comfortable distance from the wall, and then have them sit down with their knees at about a 90-degree angle, keeping themselves stationary and holding it for as long as they feel. Alright, and now for the stretches for the quads. For all three of these, the quad reach, standing quad reach, where the client is going to lift their lower leg up and then hold on to it. You'll be feeling the stretch through all three of those quadricep muscles as well as the rectus femoris. And then another variation is the laying down quad reach, where the client lays down and then brings that leg up and to the side, and then through time you would like to have that knee down on the ground, but depending on where the client is with their flexibility, it may or may not be. But the stretch should be felt through the quadricep muscles. Alright, and now from there, to be working on the soft tissue health of these muscles, we are going to use the roller. You can either use foam rollers or like this one. This is a PVC pipe. Depends on how hard you want these to be digging into the muscles. So the three muscles that we're going to target are going to be right here, the vastus lateralis we have on this side, and the vastus medialis here is this teardrop muscle, and then the vastus intermedius is directly underneath the rectus femoris, and we're going to be using the roller to be targeting these muscles. Now, in my paper I talked about how suboptimal tension in these muscles can be pulling on the patella and causing it to track improperly, which can also cause pain in the client's knees. And that's what this roller method is to fight against. Alright, so the first one we're going to hit is that vastus lateralis. We're going to have the client get down, and about at a 45-degree angle, they're going to put that roller about 3 to 6 inches above their kneecap, and they're going to roll on that area. It's not particularly comfortable due to the fact that it's not a particularly fleshy area, but hitting this area will help reduce tension in that muscle. And the second one we're going to do, we can just have the client lay with both legs down on the pipe, or if that does not apply enough pressure to their muscles, they can put one leg off so that there's more pressure put down on it. And we're just going to be rolling on the anterior portion of the legs to be hitting the rectus femoris as well as the vastus intermedius. With this, all these muscles are very close to each other within quadricep region, and they can be sticking to each other, which can cause poor function of these muscles, and this is to fight against that as well. Now the third one, we're going to have the client hang off one side of the roller, and they're going to have one leg on it, and they're going to have their leg externally rotated, as our client has here on her right leg, and you're going to roll across that middle portion of the vastus medialis, just all the way up from the top of the hip to down near the knee. And those are just a few basic exercises stretches, and soft tissue therapy methods to help keep our clients healthy.